I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. On January 20th, 2025, Inauguration Day, Donald J. Trump, like all previous presidents-elect, took his oath of office. He voluntarily spoke these words that are legally binding in the United States. The power in these words is for the people to enforce in holding him accountable for what he does. That is him publicly promising to do what we agree is in our best interests. Words are how we define reality, but we can use them to do more than that. Often what we say or how we say it can help shape another person's reality. John F. Kennedy inspired the United States to go to the moon. Hitler inspired his people to wage war. There are consequences to what we say. We say a vow when we get married. We do the same in court when we testify. There are many moments when what we say shapes our decisions and what others expect of us. We don't need to be an elected official for what we say to be significant. As a public figure and someone who owns their own social media networking platform, Elon Musk has the power to manipulate the stock market just by tweeting. This is something he's done many times to pump and dump stocks and cryptocurrency for his own personal gain. The media can use their words to change how we understand a key issue. Their choice of words, and even the ones they choose to omit, can affect their consumers' worldview. We have slander and libel for when we say something harmful that hasn't been established as true. As individuals, we also hold significant power from our words. Every time we choose to express hate, bigotry, and speak in divisive ways, we don't just hurt the feelings of a specific population. We encourage the actions of others. We sow the seeds of hate. We justify their harmful actions. This can also be true when we choose not to use our words to speak out on injustice. In a lack of action, we let our neutrality benefit the oppressors. Words can be action. In the novel 1984, it is the words of propaganda that are used as weaponized against the populace to maintain order under Big Brother. The society is so conditioned to accept that the Big Brother government tells them as being the truth. So much so that a person's entire existence can simply be forgotten. This work of fiction was written as a warning of the dangers of allowing totalitarianism to take over society. Beyond propaganda, there is misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is inaccurate information, as in the person disseminating this information is simply misinformed, whereas disinformation is false information that is spread deliberately to deceive others. Misinformation is generally unintentional, but can cause harm in terms of the general discussion of important information. Disinformation is a strategic choice to use false information with the intent to influence opinions, beliefs, or ideologies. The thing is, an actual weapon can do direct harm within a limited range. All other harm is secondary. Words have the ability to live on in the memories and in history, spreading their influence as long as they are remembered or can be accessed in writing. Words are the spoken or written embodiment of ideas. Once uttered or written, the idea will outlive the author or speaker. Despite the potency of weaponizing words, they can inspire greatness. A single voice can influence positive actions across the nation or even the world. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke with the conviction of what he believed was right. At the top of his protest, he had convinced his followers to not engage in violence despite the clear and present dangers from the opposition. Surprisingly, simply reaching out to your representatives can have power as well. You can send them an email or letter. You can even get others to sign a petition to show that we have the support and backing for our concerns. We have power. Don't let anyone disarm you of your words. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Ring the bell for updates.